Chosen one, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, because right now you are standing in the hardest, holiest stretch of your journey, the moment when everything breaks at once. Right now, as you hear these words, you are walking through a season where one thing after another feels like it's falling apart, splintering, slipping right through your fingers. Not one or two things, but everything. Not just your finances, your body, your relationships, or your dreams, but all of it together, all at once, like a tidal wave hitting you from every side without warning. You look around and wonder, how could so many things collapse overnight? How could all the familiar pillars give way, leaving you exposed, afraid, and stripped bare? Let me tell you what's happening right now. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished by some angry universe for mistakes you made or words you spoke out of pain. This is not chaos for the sake of chaos. This is the stage of spiritual rebirth. A breaking that carries a purpose so severe, so precise, it could only come from the hands of an expert surgeon, not a careless destroyer. Everything is not falling apart. Everything is shedding its old skin. Everything that cannot go with you where you're headed is being ripped out of your hands. And yes, it's violent. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels like dying, but beneath all that pain right now, something deeper is happening. You are being made new. Here's what you need to understand. The reason everything breaks at once is because God refuses to let you rebuild a broken house with broken materials. If there were just one leak, you'd patch it and move on, never seeing the cracks in the foundation. But when it all caves in, job, money, family, health, friendship, purpose, when it all splinters at the same time, you're forced to face the root, not the symptoms. You can't hide in distraction or busy work or the arms of someone who only sees your smile and not your scars. You can't outrun the truth in this season. The mask is off, the roof is gone, and heaven is tearing out every rotten beam so you can finally be made whole. Let me take you into one of those nights, a 3 a.m. that stretches farther than you thought a night could go. The sheets feel cold and twisted, bunched up around your body because you can't lie still. Your mind is running wild, chasing every loose end. The bills stacked on the kitchen table, the phone call you hoped would bring good news but brought only silence. The pain that shot through your chest hours ago and hasn't faded. You stare at the ceiling, eyes burning, stomach in knots, breathing shallow. You count your heartbeats, sure that if you stop watching them, something bad will happen. You reach for your phone, scrolling through messages you can't answer, seeing people living lives that seem untouched by the storm you're in. You swallow 2 pills, herbal, pharmaceutical, whatever you think, might numb you. But there's no relief, just a heavy quiet. You try prayer, but the words fall out flat, hitting the wall and sliding to the floor. You rehash each failure, each door slammed in your face. You bargain with the sky. If you'll just fix this one thing, I can handle the rest. But there's no deal on offer tonight. Morning comes with no relief, just more proof that time moves whether you're ready or not. And the pain you carry loves to follow you into daylight. Right now, as you fight your way through that 3 a.m., everything in you screams for escape, for an answer, for something to break the cycle. But nothing breaks, except you. Now let me break this down for you. There are consequences to this breaking, both in the world around you and in the world inside your chest. First, let's talk about your finances. Suddenly, money that once trickled in, even if only just enough, dries up overnight. Opportunities vanish. Clients back out, employers go ghost. That side hustle you thought might save you suddenly sputters and fails. You watch as every cushion vanishes. Savings eaten up by surprise charges, car repairs, medical bills stacked with extra zeros. You count coins at the supermarket and feel the heat of shame climb your neck at the checkout line, praying your card will go through. You cut back everywhere, skip coffee, cancel streaming, turn the heat down lower than comfort. trying to create margin where none exists. Right now, every attempt to fix it seems to trigger new demands, new needs. The more you try to get ahead, the more you feel buried. But here's what you can't see in the middle of the squeeze. Old patterns are dying. The ways you made money, the twisted alliances you formed, the hustle that became your idol. God is letting it all collapse. Not just so you can survive, but so you learn to rely on His supply. So you never again trade your wholeness for a few pieces of silver. Now let me show you what happens to relationships. The people who once promised forever get quiet. Close friends fade into memory. Your phone goes from ringing off the hook to silence. No invitations, no check-ins, nothing. Sometimes you reach out asking for help, but the line stays cold, or you get answers so shallow they sting worse than nothing at all. Family members you leaned on become distant, busy with their own storms, unable or maybe unwilling to bear your load. Here's the pain. It feels like rejection, like abandonment. But right now, God is severing ties that were built on conditions, not covenant. The ones who walk away at your lowest would never have celebrated you at your highest. Every door that closes in this season is a door that would have held you back. The loss is real, the tears are bitter, but you are being set free to build new bonds on real love, not obligation. When new people come, you'll know they're meant to stay, not because they need you, but because they see you. Let me explain what's happening to your body. Stress isn't just in your mind. It moves through your body like acid. You wake up tired, joints stiff, headaches gathered behind your eyes, stomach flipped upside down by worry. Doctor visits bring no clear answers, just more tests, more waiting, more explanations that don't match what you feel. Your old ways of coping, comfort food, late-night distractions, skipping routines, leave you emptier than before. The more you chase relief, the more your body rebels. Right now, your pain isn't punishment. It's a cry for healing, not just of flesh and bone, but of memory and emotion, places where old wounds have lived too long unhealed. As everything breaks, you are being made whole from the inside out. The body will catch up to the spirit, and when it does, health will return in ways that medicine can only dream. Let me show you the warfare over your peace. Your mind is a battlefield. Thoughts running wild, doubts hissing in the dark, fears showing up with weapons drawn. Spiritual torment feels relentless, old failures replayed in your head, regret whispering that you are too broken, too guilty, too late. There are moments when you want to scream at heaven, why this, why now, why everything? But God can handle your honesty. Every old lie is being purged in this furnace. Every fear that's held you captive is running out of air, suffocating in the flames of God's attention. Right now, even though it doesn't feel like it, the storm in your mind is breaking old agreements with shame and despair. So all that's left at the end is truth, clean, strong, unbreakable. Now listen to me carefully. Even as everything breaks, unexpected favor is moving toward you. It looks like loss, but right now, hidden doors are opening. The opportunity you never considered. Suddenly, it calls your name. Someone mentions you in a meeting you didn't even know was happening. There's a debt forgiven, a gift received, a stranger's kindness that restores your hope an inch at a time. What you lost was real, but what you gain will not be snatched or shaken. This isn't the end of your story. It's the start of a new chapter written in ink that will not run, sealed by a God who finishes what He starts. Let me tell you, the breaking isn't the end. The breaking is the birthplace. The panic, the silence, the empty bank account, the fractured relationships. They are not the grave. They are the delivery room. Right now, in the chaos, new life is pushing through. Suddenly, overnight, everything will shift. All the loss will reveal the gold beneath the surface. Every rejection will become proof of protection. Every sleepless night will birth wisdom and authority you could never have earned without pain. Now I close with this decree over you. They wanted you broken, but you are being born again. They wanted you silent, but your voice is rising. They wanted you stuck, but you are moving forward. They watched for your ruin, but heaven is building your future. They counted on your failure, but God is counting your tears as seeds. Every curse sent your way is turning into a banner of blessing. Every night spent in fear is birthing a morning of courage. Everything the enemy used to break you is forging weapons for your next victory. Suddenly, overnight, right now, your rebirth is unstoppable. Your breaking is becoming breakthrough. Your midnight is turning to dawn. Chosen one, let me take you even deeper into this turning point right here, right now, where the arc of your story bends so sharply you can feel the ground tilting beneath your feet. It's uncomfortable. The aftermath of the breaking still clings to you, residue in your lungs, ache in your bones, flashes of memory from every collapse. Yet as you move through this night, something in the spiritual realm shifts. Quiet at first, then unmistakable. The loss doesn't sting the same way it did yesterday. The old wounds still whisper, but they don't roar. The things that broke inside you begin to rearrange themselves bit by bit into a pattern you couldn't have planned if you tried. What was only pieces starts to become purpose. The reversal has begun, and you can sense it in the way your spirit stirs, refusing to lay down in defeat. Let me show you exactly how the reversal comes, not like a lottery win, not like a movie scene with music swelling high. Reversal enters quietly, stubbornly in the small decisions you make to get up, to keep breathing, to put your feet on the ground even when your strength feels vapor thin. You answer a call you were too anxious to answer yesterday. You take a walk outside, letting the air sting your cheeks and remind you there's still a world beyond your pain. Your eyes move from the chipped paint and broken fixtures to find one thing, anything, to give thanks for. At first it feels like pretending, but right now every act of gratitude tears a crack in the wall despair built around your heart. The old patterns can't survive in this growing light. Here's what finally breaks. What always breaks, but only on the far side of total surrender. That urge inside you to be accepted by everyone, the desperate grinding to prove yourself worthy, the fear that living honestly will get you cast out. You watch those chains snap, one link at a time. People can talk, people can turn away, people can misunderstand and dismiss you, but you're no longer driven by their approval or destroyed by their rejection. Overnight, the curse of needing to please is lifted. You start to walk with a new steadiness, a quiet dignity that has nothing to prove, nothing left to lose except the fear that held you hostage. Now let me show you what vindication looks like. It's not always fireworks and crowds. Sometimes vindication is seeing the fruit of seeds you planted in tears. It's a message from someone who watched you climb out of wreckage, who admits they misjudged you, who wants your help building their own house now that theirs is falling. It's the apology that shows up months late in your inbox. It's the story of your name spoken with honor by people who once dismissed you. Vindication is the silent knowing that you didn't lose your integrity when it got rough, that you took the hard road, and now the view from here is something no shortcut could have given you. Sometimes vindication is just having peace where everyone else only knows conflict. When the tables turn, you don't gloat. You extend mercy because you remember how it felt to be desperate. You move different, you love different, you lead different. Let me talk to you about restoration. After everything breaks, after the storm flattens your field, there is a season of regrowth that looks unassuming but carries supernatural acceleration. You walk into rooms you were never invited to before. You're offered opportunities that make no sense in light of your resume or your reputation. A new resource finds its way to you almost quietly. An unexpected refund, a gift card in the mail, a client who pays double, a stranger who gives you what you need before you even ask. You don't trust it at first. You're waiting for it to vanish like the others, but this is a different season. The same hands that allowed you to lose it all are now returning things with interest, restoring you not to what you had, but to what you never dared ask for. Right now, new relationships begin to emerge from the ashes of the old. You find a friend who was hidden in plain sight, someone who sees past your scars straight to your strength. You meet people who remind you of your calling, who speak words of life when shame tries to hang around your shoulders. Love returns, not always with romance, but with loyalty, with pure connection, with the kind of support that doesn't keep score or chase drama. The sense of home you thought was lost forever begins to take shape again, not as a place, but as a people God places in your life for this new era. Let me tell you what happens in your body, the reversal from torment to strength. The same body that trembled with anxiety begins to settle. Food tastes good again. You sleep and wake to freshness you forgot was possible. The aches release, slowly at first. The pressure in your chest, the tension in your jaw, the headaches that shadowed you for weeks. You feel energy stirring, maybe you laugh and the sound shocks you, deep, full, real. This is not just adrenaline or a passing high. This is healing rooted in your marrow. Your cells take the new instructions. Your nerves find new calm. Your flesh responds to the presence of hope. Hope is not an idea. It's a presence that repairs what was broken at the cellular level. Now, as you walk in new stability, you look back, but only to learn, not to mourn. You forgive yourself for not seeing it sooner, for holding on too tightly, for trying to manage what God was asking you to release. You let go of resentment for those who couldn't stand with you in your storm. You let go of shame for breaking down, for not having it together, for all the ugly moments you hid from the world. In this reversal, you are learning that true strength is not in perfection, but in restoration. Over and over, as many times as it takes. Let me explain what commission means for you, because the breaking didn't just shape you for survival. It called you up to purpose. You thought your story ended in rubble, but God saved you as a foundation for others. You are being commissioned to carry something holy into a broken world. The ability to see gold in the dust, to offer hope where others only see loss, to speak life into dry bones. You have authority now, not because you never suffered, but because you lived through it, learned from it, and came out still believing. When you talk, people listen because they hear the earthquake in your voice, the truth that came from walking through fire and not being consumed. You are commissioned to bring restoration to others, to lift the head of the grieving, to spot the spark behind the eyes of the weary, to challenge the lie that God is finished with those who have broken. Let me show you what happens when you walk out this commission. Doors open that were bricked shut for years. People seek your wisdom. The same people who scoffed when you stumbled now wait to hear how you made it through. You speak with authority, but with softness too, because humility grows in the soil of suffering. You don't pretend to have it all figured out, but what you do know, you offer freely. That darkness is real, but so is dawn. That nothing wasted stays wasted, and that there is always a way home. Here's the closing. In this season, your vindication is not a trophy to wave at enemies, but peace that cannot be disturbed, security that cannot be swapped. You look around at the ruins the storm left behind, and you see what survived. Your faith intact, your calling undimmed, a joy not built on circumstance, but on the unshakable love that carried you the whole way. Now hear this decree, chosen and reborn one. They set graves, but you walked out alive. They scattered curses, but you are gathering blessings. They accused, but now you appoint. They waited for evidence of your ruin, but heaven displayed your restoration. They mocked your hope as madness, but you became a sign of promise fulfilled. Every lie is unraveling, every chain is breaking, every night of panic is now birthing days of holy clarity. Where they expected your story to end, God is just getting started. Where they counted you out, you have taken your place. Where they tried to erase you, your legacy is being etched stone deep. Sudden reversals, quiet vindications, open commissions, blessings multiplying, authority rising, breakthrough surging. Not one thing restored, but all. Not a whisper, but a shout. Right now, overnight, as you stand and breathe and believe, this is your vindication season, your commission season, your time to carry what only the broken and healed can carry. Proof that resurrection is real, and it shows up suddenly in people like you. Chosen one, lean in. Because right now the wind is shifting, unmistakable as breath in your lungs. Undeniable as sunlight peeling away the last remnant of night. You're not in the aftermath anymore. This is the place where the tide turns for good. You can feel it. Something holy rising inside. A defiance in your spirit that refuses to bow one more day to what once chained you. Let me show you step by step what happens as reversal goes from hope to reality right now, not tomorrow. Not when you're stronger or richer or more prepared, but here with your hands still shaking and your heart still raw from the breaking. This is the hour where heaven reorders the story, where the parts you called tragedy become the testimony that will feed multitudes. Let me tell you what reversal looks like when it's more than survival, more than catching your breath. You begin to notice the enemy's grip isn't nearly as strong as you once thought. The fear of hearing their name, of seeing their face starts to wither. Their opinion, so heavy, so loud, so able to shape your steps for years, falls silent like a door closing softly behind you. You realize they have no new words, only recycled accusations from an old world you no longer live in. Their criticism has lost its echo. You stand straighter, not out of pride, but because the weight is gone. It's almost unfamiliar to walk without a limp, to breathe without bracing for attack. But you do, and each step is proof. Freedom is a muscle, and yours is growing day by day. The reversal keeps going. Bills still come, deadlines still crowd your calendar, but provision finds you in ways that don't make sense. You wake up to unexpected deposits, to debts canceled, to opportunities you never pursued but now can't escape. A yes where you heard no every other time. Somebody you helped years ago comes back and blesses you before you ask. Because seeds buried in grief are sprouting where no eye but God's could see it. You check your account and you're not in the red. Rubble is swept away, replaced by something subtle but undeniable. Security. You begin to build again, not from scratch, but on bedrock laid with tears and faith. Each day is less about scrambling, more about stewarding the streams that keep multiplying. This isn't a windfall meant to spoil you. It's a witness to anyone who's watched you hold on when everything screamed for you to let go. Let's look closer. Even the relationship wounds, the betrayals carved deep, begin to reverse their hold. The ugly words, the absence, the rejection that branded every decision, all of it starts to lose its power. People who left you in your lowest now find themselves in need of your forgiveness, your wisdom, your help. Some try to circle back, sheepish and uncertain. You meet them with a strange softness, not because you've forgotten, but because you are not the same person they left. You're stronger, kinder, unobligated. You don't owe explanations. You offer grace because you can. The tables turn, not in vengeance, but in quiet demonstration. Let everyone see. It was never about them, it was about God rebuilding you in the open. Let me show you the kind of vindication that can't be faked or stolen. The ones who mocked your hope, who called your faith denial or fantasy, now watch in stunned silence. Some try to explain away your survival. Oh, it's luck, it's coincidence, it's privilege. but there's a mystery in your rising they can't explain. You don't keep receipts. You don't crow about your comeback. But people hear about your breakthrough anyway. Because vindication, real vindication, is a harvest that matures in public view. It's the healed marriage, the prodigal child returning, the illness gone for good, the barren place bursting with unexplainable fruit. It's the doors that remain open to you when others face locked gates. It's the supernatural solutions, the job created just for you, the partner who sees you as you are, the friends who show up unasked time after time. Vindication is felt in rooms where once you were excluded. It's seen in faces that once looked you over and now can't look away. Listen now, because the commission is being written into your bones. You don't get off easy. God didn't spare you the valley just so you could play it safe on the hill. There's work that only you can do. When you open your mouth, there's authority, not volume. There's conviction, not thunder. You become the lifeline for the next one who wakes at 3 a.m. choking on fear. Because now you have a map out of the pit. You're called to walk with the shattered, to speak resurrection over what others call waste, to hold the flicker of hope steady until their hands are steady enough to hold it themselves. You pour out, and instead of draining, you find yourself filled again and again. Because the same power that raised you now flows through you, unstoppable. Where you once had to beg for help, now you give it away, pressed down and running over. You pray with understanding. You listen with patience. You refuse to leave anyone where you were left. This is your assignment, to walk unashamed, displaying scars as evidence that God heals, to offer laughter that testifies joy can return after mourning, to bless your enemies instead of cursing them, because you carry a peace they can't poison. You speak blessing over dry fields, trusting rain will follow. Your generosity confuses those who only know scarcity. Your presence brings relief. Your words dismantle despair. Heaven's agenda is etched in your footsteps. Now let's go deeper. Your gifts, the ones buried and ignored, come roaring back to life. Suddenly those dead dreams press against your chest, insistent. You write again, sing again, plan again. You craft visions and take meetings and sit with strangers who become destiny partners. No more minimizing. No more shrinking down to fit inside someone's box. The Spirit is stirring fresh creativity, strategies, solutions, blueprints, and this time you obey. This time you move. Things that used to terrify you now thrill you. Risks become invitations. You see the obstacles, but inside you there's a courage that cannot be told, no, not anymore. You feel commissions written as conviction, a pull that gets you up in the morning, hungry, expectant, watchful for new ground. The vindication intensifies. Reports once stacked against you are now reversed. The email that should have been a rejection turns out a surprise acceptance. Your name appears in rooms you haven't entered. Praises come from places you never sowed. Even your mistakes get reworked into stories other people need. The shame you carried, now a megaphone for the glory of God, so every ear can hear that love rebuilds, grace restores, mercy multiplies. You realize you're not only healed, you're a healer. Not only lifted, but a lifter. The world becomes your field. No enemy can evict you from land God gave you. And when the pressure comes again, it always does, you no longer tremble. You don't run, you don't hide. You stand, full stature, eyes clear. Because you remember how the breaking taught you to trust. The valley taught you to see. The crushing taught you to pray with fire and believe for impossible things. Now, what people call pressure, you call the anointing. Opposition only means you're building something worth resisting. Instead of collapsing, you lean into the wind. You declare, you decree, you create space for miracles. Let me tell you, chosen and called, what the world witnesses in you now. They see someone who survived what should have destroyed them. Someone who embraces the misunderstood, carries the bruised, mentors the overlooked, and refuses to abandon returning prodigals. You use what the enemy meant for evil as currency to ransom prisoners. Your very presence becomes a prophetic signpost. What God starts, He finishes. What He breaks, He doesn't discard but resurrects brand new. And so hear this, receive it right now as the oil of the commission settles on your shoulders. The hour of hiding is over. The season of silence is behind you. The shame has no home in this new house. You are trusted, equipped, and sent, not as one wounded, but as one transformed. You move in rooms where your name was once a byword. You lift burdens that once broke your back. You offer peace where only torment once held sway. Favor is your language now. Abundance is your evidence. Authority is your birthright. You build, you plant, you prophesy, you console, you declare. Hear this decree as it rushes through every fiber of your being. They set the stage for your downfall, but God wrote resurrection into your script. They cast you as weak, but you rise as relentless. They prepared rumors to bury you, but your emergence has made them irrelevant. They tried to copy your blueprint, but only you carry the anointing for this. They spoke loss. You inherited legacy. They built barricades, but you build bridges. They gossiped in secret, but your influence is public. They underestimated your endurance, but now they cannot ignore your presence. What once cracked is sealed with unshakable gold. What once bowed in shame now stands in sacred dignity. What once lay silent in the valley now sings on the heights. Every verdict reversed, every lie overturned, every setback multiplied into advancement. Your midnight rewritten as morning, your struggle rewritten as song, your exile now a commissioning ground, not a remnant but the restoration itself, not a survivor but a sign and wonder. Now suddenly overnight, the time has come. Go, chosen one. Every reversal completed, every vindication seen, every commission burning. Walk these words, walk this decree, unafraid, unstoppable, reborn. Chosen one, let's go right to the heart of this next holy surge, because right now, as you stand in this new territory, the evidence starts to stack around you for all to see. You can sense a different atmosphere swirling. You walk into rooms and feel the shift, where awkward glances and whispered doubt used to sting. Now people fall silent, watching you with an unfamiliar respect. They don't always know what changed, but something in your carriage, in your peace, in the way you occupy your own life causes the rumor mill to go quiet. Questions rise. Did you really lose everything, or have you known a secret all along? They sense you are carrying something new, something anchored, something purchased in the fires they only watched from a distance. True reversal isn't just getting back what you lost. It's rising with a clarity and steadiness that cannot be faked. You notice it when envy brushes by, when those who overlooked you now want you on their team, their projects, their inner circle. You watch as doors that once needed prying suddenly swing open on their own. Invitations come from the most unexpected places. A call from a leader who once dismissed you. A platform you never chased now set with your name. An apology that comes years too late but confirms what you always knew. The respect you hungered for when you were desperate now falls at your feet, almost unnecessary, because you learned to stand without it. Let me tell you what's happening in the spirit while all this unfolds. Every false decree ever spoken over you, those labels of not enough, too much, unreliable, damaged goods, is getting dismantled brick by brick. Everything that was said behind closed doors gets exposed for what it is. Empty noise, powerless against the reality of who you have become. Even those who tried to exploit your breaking, who spun stories or took credit for your strength, now find themselves silenced, irrelevant, disarmed by how little you need their approval. Their weapons were words. Yours are deeds and the presence you've cultivated in the silence. What tried to attach itself to your reputation washes off like dirt after a storm. Vindication isn't you running through the street waving receipts. It's the peace that doesn't even bother to answer every accusation because you trust the fruit to do the talking. Now let's step into your new assignment, because right now heaven is handing you a baton nobody else can carry. Others may try to imitate your sound or mimic your style, but only you endured those specific nights of breaking. Only you carry the keys to the rooms God now commissions you to open. You find yourself speaking to those who once intimidated you, but you're not seeking validation. You're planting vision. You're stirring hope. You're calling the lost out of caves. Your words are heavier, anchored in realities you bled for. You begin to lift others not because you have to, but because compassion now pours from you as naturally as breathing. Let me show you something. The inheritance is multi-layered in this new life. Some blessings you see right away, provision, new alliances, relief from pressure, but others reveal themselves in slow, sweet succession. You discover courage where you once dodged risk. You face conflict head-on without shrinking, yet without needing to dominate. There's a wisdom in you now that makes others pause before they speak, a patience that steadies rooms filled with worry. You used to beg for clarity, now you walk in it. Not because every answer is spelled out, but because you know the one who walks with you into every unknown. You start to see how your scars work miracles for others. People who never would have opened up to you when you were put together now find safety in your story. Their walls drop, their secrets tumble out. You listen, you hold their fear steady, and you speak truth into places abandoned by hope for years. You don't promise easy fixes, you offer presence. And what they see in your eyes is what turns the key. If you survived, maybe I can too. You become a living invitation to courage. The cycle of hiding and pretending breaks with you, and suddenly families shift, teams restore. Lives launch into second chances because you broke the silence first. Right now, the commission reaches all the way to your voice. You stop apologizing for your presence. You speak up. Meetings don't intimidate you. Interviews don't rattle you. Your yes is solid. Your no is gentle but unbudgeable. You sense when a lie floats into the room, and you quietly, boldly name it. You advocate for the overlooked and bless those who never blessed you back. And here's the wild part. You see new leaders rise around you, drawn out by the authority you walk in. You mentor without micromanaging. You celebrate freely because you are rooted in an abundance that can't be shaken by someone else's success. Vindication becomes your fragrance. It clings without effort, recognized by those with eyes for the real. People who remembered only your collapse can't forget your resurrection. Long-standing enemies lose all taste for battle. Your peace is infectious, your contentment a silent rebuke to every spirit of competitiveness and scarcity. You don't chase affirmation. You attract loyalty, support, and creative collaboration by simply being who you are. You remember the silent nights. You remember the crushing. And so, humility lets you keep your edge without ever growing hard. Let me take you further. You notice the generation shifting. Those younger than you, weary of fake success and quick formulas, gather at your feet hungry for substance. You pour out not methods, but the marrow of perseverance, grit dipped in grace. They bring their questions. You offer your story, raw, unpolished, beautiful. There is no idol of perfection left in you. You tell them what it cost. You tell them about the hours waiting on breakthrough, about the days faith hurt worse than doubt, about choosing to rise instead of retreat. In this, you pass the torch, lighting fires in hearts who will one day stand where you now stand. Your commission is not just about rooms and roles, but about multiplying a legacy of brave, honest, spirit-filled builders who refuse to give up when breaking comes for them. Even as favor multiplies and resources appear in wild, unexplained flows, you keep a clear boundary in your spirit. You know who sent you, and you refuse offers that would compromise your assignment for comfort or applause. Discernment grows sharper. Friends, deals, invitations are weighed in the presence of the one who wrote your calling. Doors that glitter but carry no peace do not tempt you. Realness is your compass. Authenticity is non-negotiable. You'd rather walk alone with purpose than crowded without it. And so, your progress becomes steady and irreversible. Each decision soaked in prayer, each risk measured by peace, each partner chosen by fruit, not promise. Let me pour out this final reality. The very places where you were shamed become your launching pad. The street you once hurried through with head down is now where you walk tall, head up, eyes bright. The rooms that once drained you now fill you. The work that once terrified you now exhilarates you. The family gatherings that once left you feeling invisible now look to you for wisdom and warmth. Even your enemies alter their path just to avoid confrontation because you are not who they imagined. Their strategies don't work anymore. The closed circles have opened. The whispers have changed tone. God's favor is not only restored, it is established, and not in small measure, but pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Right now, your midnight is public daylight. The things that threatened to undo you have undone the powers that opposed you. Your influence is unstoppable, not because of followers or fans, but because influence in the spirit cannot be interfered with. You are a living decree, a walking poster of what God can do with a breaking fully surrendered. So now hear the closing decree and carry it straight into the marrow of tomorrow. They planned for your obscurity, but you became a lighthouse to nations. They practiced exclusion, but you walk in radiant belonging. They set out to erase your story, but the author rewrote chapters in bold crimson. They planted weeds, but you harvest orchards. They tried to pit you against yourself, but all your broken pieces now fit in the mosaic of victory. They offered counterfeit crowns, but heaven set a ring of fire, a crown of favor on your head. They thought you would tire, would give up, would stay silent, but you, chosen, broken, rebuilt, are just beginning. Every reversal complete, every vindication public, every commission sealed in oil and fire. Lines crossed, tables turned, history remade by your obedience. You are the proof, the pioneer, the sign, and the wonder. Not hiding, not hoping, but creating, declaring, building, restoring, right now, suddenly, overnight, with every step you take. It is done. So be it. Walk it out.